Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been forever since I've done a video, but my life has really continued on at such a grueling pace that it's been difficult. But I love seeing you all every week for my Elden Ring stream. Now, Octobers on my channel are usually about Halloween makeup videos. This year, I really don't have the spoons for it, and I figured that instead of trying to phone it in, I'm just going to do some more fun, low-key videos for everybody. The first one being this fun unboxing of the Kotobukiya ArtFX J figure of Yami Malik from Yu-Gi-Oh! Before I get into the unboxing itself, there's a reason why I call him Yami Malik instead of Marik, which is how he's pronounced in the American English dub. Now, in Japanese, his name is Mariku, and the ri and li sounds are pretty much the same. You could easily argue, yeah, it's Marik, and you wouldn't be wrong, because the character comes from Egypt and he very likely would have grown up speaking Arabic as his first language. I feel like his name more likely would have been Malik, which is the Arabic name for king. And what does Malik want to be in the series? The king. So it makes complete sense. So, you know, you can definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely for the past 18 plus years, that's why I've been calling him that. But for the sake of this video, I might just shorten it all up and call him Yamima, because this is the Yami Malik figure. This one I bought at the Koto US store because I found that the figure was slowly being phased out, and that worried me greatly, so I bought him, and then since then I just haven't had the motivation to film a video, which is really sad, but that's just been the case for me this past year or so. But today I had a burst of energy, and it's finally time to take him out of his cardboard prison. I'm filming this in October 2022, and I'm not sure if he's still available online, but I have seen him around at comic book stores. So if you search your local comic book stores, especially ones you know might have anime figures, he might just be there glaring at you. Now, let's get to work. All right, time to take him out. I'm so excited to see him. I've had him for so long and it just feels surreal that I'm finally opening up this box and finally doing this video for everybody. So right underneath the order form and some cardboard paper, here he is in tissue paper. Oh, this is cool. Clearly, the window in the box looks like the Millennium Rod, which is the Millennium item that he holds. All of my Kotobukiya figures, these are packaged so well. I really love how, with him in particular, he comes with multiple faces. He has his normal confident face right here, but he also comes with this absolutely unhinged looking face, which is just so perfect for him. So of course you have the animated version of him here, along with him in the packaging. I wonder how many faces he has. Yeah, it looks like there are two, and I'll do close-ups of him at the end. I love the detail here. I love how this is shaped like the Millennium Rod. They always do so well with these, and they're really, really cool and fun to unbox. The box itself has two different sides of the Millennium Rod windows here, and then of course the full illustration on this panel before you see him in the window. Now this is a 1/7 scale pre-painted figure. Now let's let him out of his box to wreak havoc on my home. I'm so excited. I'm stupid excited for this. Oh my god. I have a scissors too so that I don't do too much damage. Perhaps I should switch to it. I just noticed you have like a window so that you could see his face a little more clearly, and he just looks so menacing. I love it. As with the other figures, he also comes with a set of instructions. You can dress him up, you can add a cape, you can change his torso for some reason. That's slightly unsettling, but very much in character for Yami Malik. These are always packed really thoroughly with tape on the sides. He cracks me up so much. Oh, here he is. I'm sorry to everybody. I'm gonna be just laughing this entire time because this is he's so outlandish. I'm gonna show a close-up of this later, but his angry face is so extreme. Let's free him from his plastic prison. All right, we got his deck. Of course, it's blank, as are all the other ones. And we got the teeny tiny Millennium Rod. You're so small. I mean, just looking at the Millennium Rod in and of itself, the paint job is absolutely gorgeous. They really picked this really beautiful pearlescent metallic gold. Now let's free your scrunkly head. Oh my god. You're so. In his hand has his deck and the dual disc. As always, the dual discs are painted gorgeously with a blue silver gradient. Look at you. You're a mess. You're a mess. How do I get this plastic out of your hair? No, this is a mystery. They have plastic around his head. Oh, you know what? I think they expect you to remove his head, which is something he actually does in the manga, believe it or not. Yeah. You remove, oh, you know what? You can probably remove the cape as well. This is probably just to indicate that you have the option of doing this. Oh my god, you have the longest neck, sir. But no, you can remove his head pretty fascinatingly, and then remove his face. Let's see if I can figure out if I can do that.
3 hours later.
All right, so I figured out how to take off the face. You really have to pull out, and then you can remove the face. This is his normal face. And then let's get to his absolutely just the worst possible face, where he's sticking his tongue out. His eyes are 2 different sizes. You are a madman.
7 hours later.
Now I understand. This is why you have to read instructions, which I was not doing. So the top part of his hair can be removed completely. You can remove the hair by taking it straight off. Put the new face inside. Oh my god, you have such a funny face. And then you put the hair back on like this. And here, a Yami head. I'm gonna put his normal face back on, but that was an interesting little study of how to take apart the figure and then replace his face. There we go. Snug, safe, back on. This is the Yami figure before you put on his dual disc. As you can see, a lot of detail and care has been put into the figure. Number 1, to characterize him correctly. Yami Malik is the main villain of the Battle City arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's my favorite arc of the story. For the first half of the season, you think it's Malik, but then it's revealed about halfway through that Malik, due to a childhood full of trauma, has an altar. And the altar is where he poured a lot of his anger. And so the anger has manifested in the altar, and so he becomes the villain of the second half of the season. It's interesting though, because his motivation mainly is to just be his own person, which I thought was pretty fascinating, and that's kind of why I like this version of the character so much. I like both of them pretty much equally, but in the past year or so, I think I've had renewed appreciation for Yami. The figure itself is full of absolutely gorgeous detail, as with all of the ArtFX J figures. The fabric is either hand brushed or airbrushed to have a beautiful gradient paint. His gold is absolutely gorgeous. It's not chrome, but I like the way that it has a pearlescent shine to it. His hair is absolutely stunning. It's spiky just like it is in the series. As you've seen, the hair does come off, and there's a gradient paint that is a little bit darker at the scalp, as with a realistic head of hair. He has his signature amethyst eyes, which match his beautiful cape, which is the same shade of purple. In the series, I think that the shades are slightly different. His eyes are a little bit lighter, but I think in the name of consistency, they went with the right choice here, making it just about the same color. The cape, as with the other figures, also has a beautiful gradient paint to it. And as always, you can really tell that a lot of love went into the design and creation of these figures. I really, really love them, especially as a very long-time fan of the series. As with his head, his left hand is also removable so that you can insert the dual disc. And I'll do that now. Oh wow. Oh wow, okay, so it's not just the hand that comes off, it's the entire arm. So I was wondering where the Millennium Rod went. And now I figured out where it goes. In the series, he keeps it on the back of his hip tucked into his belt. And it's very much the same for this character. And this is also the reason why you can remove his cape. So let's remove his head again. Remove the cape. Oh, you know what? The torso is removable so that you can tuck it into the back of his belt. Wow, that is a lot. That is a process. Let's see if I can even put him back together. Yeah, I can. You can put him back together with the Millennium Rod tucked into his belt, which is such a cool detail. Of course, put his warm cape back on. Put his head back on. Oh, you're almost complete. His dual disc goes underneath. There we go. Now he's complete. Oh, he's looking so good. And you can put his deck of cards right here into his hand. So this just broke. This just broke trying to put his cards back together. So I have a plan. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to super glue this back together. Oh, I'm so sad. But you know what? I can fix it. And it'll have to be fixed, but it's fine. I do cosplay a lot and I have plenty of super glue, so I will do that after the video. And I'll film some close-ups once I actually have him back together and the dual disc completely fixed. So this is the figure all put together, of course, minus that one piece of his dual disc that snapped off. Again, don't worry, I will fix it. I hope you all enjoyed the unboxing. These are always really fun to do. Even in times like these when I feel very burnt out and in a slump, I always really enjoy myself doing them. I'd love to know what you think of the video and the figures. And for those of you who do join me every week for my stream, that has just been a wonderful way to hang out. I have so much fun doing them, so if you happen to attend, thank you so much for that. As always, I hope you have a great night or day wherever you are. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!